What's up, football fans? Welcome to Frank Football Zone, your home of the latest football news, match analysis, transfer windows, and everything that is going around this beautiful game. My name is Frank, and if you love the game, then you're in the right place. Subscribe, comment, like, and share. Let's dive in and talk football. Well, finally, Arsenal fans, I know you are celebrating. Arsenal fans are over the moon because this is a done deal. Bruno Guimaraes from Newcastle United to Arsenal is a done deal on a 75 million euros. And this is a transfer that many Chelsea fans expected that there will be a hijack, the same way Chelsea did during the Morgan Rogers saga. So many Chelsea fans had some little hope that Chelsea might chip in and hijack this deal. But it does not happen. It has not happened. Arsenal have finally completed this deal, and Fabrizio has posted, "It's a here we go." That Bruno G, the Brazilian international, has left Newcastle United and joined Arsenal. So in the midfield, Arsenal have Zubimendi, they have Declan Rice, they have Martin Odegaard, they have now brought in Bruno G. I don't know how they are going to play because I don't. All these players are top, are not world class, but they are top players. So who's going to be on the bench? Yes, it's a depth that Arsenal are looking for, but I believe this is too much for them because there are players who will cause interruptions in the dressing room if they are not playing. Because there's no way you are going to bench Declan Rice. There's no way you are going to bench Bruno G with the amount of money you've signed him. There's no way you are going to bench Odegaard, and there's no way you are going to bench Zubimendi for a long period. So let me see how we shall see how Mikel Arteta will deal with this issue because I feel like the midfield department for Arsenal is too much. Anyway, it's the coach who knows. But Bruno G has finally left Newcastle United. It's a done deal from Newcastle United to Arsenal. Then on matters Arsenal again, there have been issues. There have been rumors about Vinicius Junior also. And so many Arsenal fans have high expectations about signing Vinicius Junior. But in the look of things, Arsenal, if they will end up signing Vinicius, which I don't see it possible, it might interfere with their books when it comes to balancing books, when it comes to the transfer, because Vinicius Junior will not be signed for less than 150. Yes, he has only 1 year left on his contract, but I believe because we were also told that he's going to have a meeting with the new coach Jose Mourinho to discuss about the contract situations, salary increment that he wants, and many Real Madrid fans feel like it's possible for them to agree. On the other side, Arsenal fans are expecting Vinicius Junior to join them. So let's wait and see if Vinicius will finally join Arsenal. And so in matters Arsenal, they have signed Bruno G, they have signed Vinicius Junior. Let me see down below your comments about Arsenal signing Bruno G. If you agree with me that this midfield for Arsenal is too much because none of these players will be happy being on the bench, then let me also know your take on Vinicius Junior from Real Madrid if he will join Arsenal. Then to matters Chelsea, there have been outgoings. We've seen Trevor Chalobah has finally landed in Italy. He's joining Como. He have to play for Cesc Fabregas. Remember, Como is playing in the Champions League. So Chalobah will be in the Champions League next season. He will play under Cesc Fabregas, the former Arsenal, Barcelona, and Chelsea midfielder. And all on that thought, because we also have another outgoing. This is Disasi and Tosin, and also Sar. These are Chelsea centre backs that are on the list of the players that can be sold before the transfer window comes to an end. So if Chelsea is letting go Trevor Chalobah, of which he has already joined Como, letting go of Tosin, Axel Disasi, and also Mamadou Sarr, that means Chelsea will go in for a new centre back because Xabi Alonso said he wants 4 or 5 centre backs. And at the moment, there is Lacroix who joined from Crystal Palace. There's Wesley Fofana, remember, is injury prone, and we have Levi Colwill. So this means Chelsea still needs two centre backs, you know, because Shabby wants at least five. I mean, at least five, at least four, at most five, you know. So this means if these players are leaving, that means there will be two more centre backs coming in. And if there's one thing that Chelsea fans are happy about is the departure of Tosin, because many of us don't like him. He's not that player of the caliber of playing for this club. And Fabrizio said yesterday that Tosin is also on the market. Chelsea might let him go, of which it's been a prayer for many Chelsea fans that Tosin should actually leave because he's not that player of the standards of playing for Chelsea. So their departures, Disasi, who might join Crystal Palace, and Palace have also signed Tomiyasu, the former Arsenal centre back, on a free agent. So they are looking for the replacement of Lacroix, and Disasi is on the list, on the top of the list of Crystal Palace. Let's see where Tosin will end up. Let's see where Mamadou Sarr will end up, and also Chiampong. This is a young centre back that I can't see him playing anywhere, because if he's going to play on the right we have Gusto, we have James, we have Palestra, of which I think Gusto will eventually leave. On the left hand side, we have Hato and one player that I want to talk about. So on the left, he's not even a left back, by the way. So it's either he plays on the right or at the central defense. And looking at the current centre backs we have, Achiampong will not make it in the starting 11. On the right hand side, it will also be difficult for him. So I think he might go on loan or he might be sold. And Crystal Palace are also interested in Achiampong. Those are the outgoings. Incomings, there's one deal that has taken so long, but eventually it is done. Pep Chavaria from Rayo Vallecano to Chelsea at around 19 million euros. This is a transfer that has taken a very long period, but eventually it has happened. This is Cucurella's replacement of the left hand side because we only have Jorel Hart on that side. So Chavaria is coming in as Cucurella's replacement, and also someone will compete with Jarol Hato on the left hand side. And so looking at his tutorials on YouTube, I mean, he's a good left back. He's a perfect replacement for Marc Cucurella, who joined Real Madrid. And so Pep Chavaria from Rayo Vallecano to Chelsea is a done deal. So that is all for today. Let me know in the comment section what is your take on the issues I've talked about. Bruno G, I've talked about Vinicius Jr., Chelsea departures, Tosin Adarabioyo, Axel Disasi, Mamadou Sarr, and also Trevor Chalobah was already joined Como in the Serie A. I've also talked about Pep Chavaria being a perfect replacement for Marc Cucurella. Let me know in the comment section. Thank you for watching. See you next time and subscribe.